So if you find yourself here, you are welcome. If you're not here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share with friends. So today I'm going to talk about having a child, and because my son turned a month 2 days ago, so I'm going to talk about the experience being a new mother after being like I'm raising teenagers. Those who don't know me, my name is Maggie, and yeah, I'm a new mother here, despite I'm a mother of a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old. So that means that a distance between, there is a space between my son and my son of 11 and a half years. So how has life been after having a kid for so long, and the past few months or the past 1 month of being a mother? Oh God, stay here, I'm going to tell you what I think. So one thing I know, that it's been a roller coaster. It's been like up and down, up and down. But I would say I'm glad I have someone who has been there. So the Tata Leon has been a very good person. He's been off work for a month just to take care of us. So first and foremost, I'll tell you, sleep. I have had difficulties in sleep. The first weeks were really good because priorities. I have being a I had psychotic problems during my pregnancy, so sleeping has been my priority. And then being that I have a lot of energy in my body, it's been really hard. And then we have our little man. He always wants to be in the farm. Yes. I know. Everyone is like, you should put him down. You should do this. You people, you don't know how hard it was to get this boy. You don't know. As a mother, I understand that I have to put him down so that he gets to know that this is time after food, and this is the time after diapers, and this is the time after this. But being like, he's my last baby, is like he's my answered prayer. Like, he's too cute. Like, you people, this boy is too cute to just let him be there and cry. I know every mother knows that their children is really cute and they want them to be that, to like, we have that feeling, my baby is the best, my baby is the best. Yes, but this boy is really cute to be just left down and be like, So sleep has become more or less when my boyfriend went back to work, because we have to wake up in the night, change the diapers like 3 to 4 times, breastfeed 3 to 4 times, depending on how he feels, because he chooses. Before, when we had just had him, we would wake him every third hour just to breastfeed him or to give him extra milk, because I had diabetes during my pregnancy, so that makes that he has to get extra food. But when we meet with the midwife after 1-2 weeks, so they chose that we should stop giving him extra and just let him wake up himself. So that made my sleep actually more better, that I can sleep at least for 3 hours without being, or 4 hours. Sometimes you can even sleep 4 hours, but some nights you sleep every other hour. He has to breastfeed every other hour, which is a little bit harder for me to be every other hour, because my boyfriend is not at home. So I'm working full time with the baby, breastfeeding, take back to the bed and come back. So sometimes, you know, they tell us don't sleep with the baby, don't sleep with the baby. I understand we shouldn't sleep with our babies, but there is a time when you be like, I'm tired of getting out of the bed. Go put him in the bed. After 1 hour, you come back. You put him back in the bed. Like, when you wake up, you're really exhausted. So what do? I know I love my son so much, but the first 3-5 hours, because he goes back to sleep sometimes at 8-9. So before, I was like, I would breastfeed him before I sleep, but now I chose, like, he goes to bed, I go to bed and wake up as he wakes up, because that makes me sleep a little bit more than I shouldn't. And remember, I have a son who's just 11, so I have to wake up at 6, despite that he's been up the whole night. I have to sleep 1 hour, I have to get my 11-year-old to wake up and prepare himself to school. So yeah, anyway, it's a good experience. I think I love it. sleep aside, I try as much as possible. The midwife tells me to sleep during day. I in the beginning, when my son was really small, like 3 4 weeks, 3 2 weeks, I would sleep during the ones, because I would give him the boobs, and then he would sleep under the comfort, and he would cry. We would sleep. But when he gets older and older, he had a routine with his father. They take a walk every day when he's off work for 2 hours to 3 hours, depending. So, do I sleep even? I don't. I'm this kind of a person who has a lot and a lot and a lot of energy, that I cannot sleep during the day if I if it's not a must that I have to sleep. So sleeping during the day has not worked for me so far, but I realized that when I sleep during the day, I get some more breast milk, and my body relaxes, so that I can get more energy to work in the night shift. I call it the night shift because, girl, this is a night shift that you don't get paid, but you get paid of love, right? So that I realized. And then when I sleep, I get more energy. So I try as much as possible to sleep, but I'm not going to lie that I sleep every day. Then another thing is having a child who's restless and eating a lot and a lot and a lot. That has been so, because in the beginning I would do some pumping, and I would pump the food and put it aside, and that would give. But nowadays I stopped, because I talked to my midwife, and it was like, because when you pump, it's not, she explained to me, if you pump it not the same way, it will not tell the brain that the baby needs more, like when the baby is sucking. So I stopped pumping, and now the baby is just sucking, and sometimes he gets some formula, sometimes he does not. Does he get satisfied? Yes. But is he a crying baby? He is 110%. Does he get on my nerve? Definitely yes, because we are just new moms, despite that I've been a mother for a long time. So I want to tell every mother out there that when your child is crying a lot, it's not you who is the problem. It's nobody. Like, this is a new person, everything is new in the world for them. So you just need more time, you need more help from other people. I will be just like I said, that my husband or my boyfriend takes walks with my son. That gives me some rest for 2 to 3 hours per day. That means that it gives me the time to miss my son, right? So that when they're outside, I get relaxed, and I find myself who I am really before my child, and who am I today. So it's a very crucial thing that you take a nap, or you take free time from your child. It's okay. You're not a bad mother. You just being you. You're trying to be you, to find yourself. I'm telling you, you're not doing anything wrong. Then we talk about taking walks. As a mother, for the past one, I had a cesarean section. So the first days were really, really, really hard. The pain was too much, was 110%. And if you want to know why my pain was so much, I'll come back in a video explaining to what happened, why didn't I get enough painkillers, and what happened, what really happened the last moment. So the pain was too much the first 2 weeks, but afterwards the pain decreased, and I started taking my walk. So when I get back my son, I was about 8 kilos, and now I'm like 70 kilos after 1 month, and I'm hoping that I'm going back to 62 kilos within 3 months, or okay, 4 months maybe. And despite that, even if I don't do that within 3 months, I'll not stress myself, because, well, I have a whole human here that I have to feed, right? Eating, what I'm talking about, eating, I can eat. Thing is, I don't feel anything, like in my stomach, I don't feel anything like I've had enough. But I only feel the anger, but I don't feel the satisfaction side of the food of my life. So I'll never get satisfied, no matter how much I eat. So that's the effect that I didn't know that I'll get, but I'll try as much as possible to eat as late as possible, and be able not to go out to add on more weight. Yeah, because the more you eat, the more weight you add on. So being that I cannot feel anything, it will affect me to get on more weight. But I'm working on it. I'm taking everyday walks, because that's the only thing I can do. I cannot go to the gym, I cannot do a lot than that. But I'm alive. And then, yeah, our son is 1 month. I am sure next video, maybe he will appear in the video. Not today, not tomorrow, but sometime to come, he will appear in the video and you will see him. He's such a cutie baby. He's such a cutie baby. So, and the pain. Someone can ask me, does your son have colics and everything like that? The answer is yes. My son has a lot of colic, but we try his dad, because remember my nurse, his dad is a nurse, and I try always to tell my boyfriend, don't work on him as a nurse, work on him as a father. So he tries to be the father and not the nurse in the house. It's really weird when two nurses or two medical personnel meet and you have a child, because everything you think like a dance, you think like a doctor, you think like, you know. So we try so much to think like parents, not medical workers. And he has a lot of poo. Like before, when he was younger, he would have like 10 to 15 times. So if you're poor, a child is not your portion. Children are really expensive. Like, you have no idea how many diapers we have used just in 1 month time. It's a lot, like a lot of diapers. But it comes with the consequences having children, and it's the best gift ever. So yeah, money is not everything. A child is everything that you will need to have. So don't be stopped to have kids because of money. Yeah, says me, who is thinking, I told him to stop. Actually, I tell him, Mommy and Daddy are not rich, so please make sure your stomach gets a little bit stable. You know, that kind of, it has to be stable. Mommy and Daddy are not so rich to buy diapers every other, or to change diapers every other 30 minutes. Sometimes you can change even now, and 10 minutes later it's full. I don't know, where do kids get that poo? Like, we grown-ups cannot have that much poo, but kids, I forgot all about that experience because many people ask me, how did you experience your kids before? I don't remember. I don't remember anything. Like, when breastfeeding, let me talk about breastfeeding just a little bit like this. I thought I knew how to breastfeed because, I have two kids. I have a 14-year-old and I have a 11-year-old. Different, because being that I had my kids when I was younger, I have no idea how it was 14 years ago and how it was 11, 12 years ago. So people ask me how the experience I'm finding it. It's weird. I cannot explain how the feeling is. Anyway, we talk about breastfeeding. Has it been easy for me? Because I'm a third-time mom. Most people be like, yo, you're second, third-time mom. You should be knowing this. You should be knowing this. Let me tell you one thing. I thought I knew how to breastfeed my son. I'm telling you this because everyone asks me, how long did your daughter breastfeed? 3 months? How long your son? 1 year? I'm like, oh, everyone is like, you're good to go. You can breastfeed your child. You know how to do it. That wasn't the case. I didn't know how to breastfeed a child. So we have a belief that as long as the boob is in the mouth, the baby is eating well. That's why the nipple is pain. Most women complain about the nipples and everything, have the pain and everything. If you have the pain when you're breastfeeding, that means that your baby is holding just the nipple and not the boob. Your baby is just holding the nipple and not the boob, and you expect a lot of pain because he or she is sucking on the nipple. There is no milk in the nipple. The boob, that's where he's supposed to suck. Anyway, we go to the hospital and this midwife will be like, Maggie, show me how you breastfeed your son. I sat down, I got my pillow, put my son there, showed her how I'm doing it. I was like, it's not weird that he keeps on wanting more food because he's not having a lot of food when you hold him like that and the boob is like that. So she told me, let him sit here, show him when the nipple is supposed to be here, and then when he opens wider, put him the breast inside. So I did that, and my son was sucking so well. I was so proud of myself. So I learned that day that it doesn't really matter how many kids you have before. Every child is different, every experience is different. So that was for today.